I mean, there's always room for improvement. You can't just stay at the top and be like, okay, we're so great. Growth mindset, my friend.
Prepare your bank accounts because it does get heavy.
You got, library. So a few cafes, a few pubs. It's decent.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're out here in LSE, the sun is shining, and we're about to be asking some questions to the LSE students about what it's really like to go here. So if you're thinking of applying to LSE or you've been accepted and you'll be starting in September, this is a video that you definitely need to be watching. So what's your name, what year are you in, and what are you studying?
Yeah, I'm Will. I'm a fourth year, so third year with exchange, studying management.
With exchange, what does that mean?
So I went on a year abroad to Michigan in the US.
How did you find it?
Super cool.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm a master's student, so it's just a one-year program.
Okay.
I'm doing political science in global politics.
Okay. And where did you come from if you're just doing a year here, or did you go to another university in the UK?
I did undergrad at King's, then I went home to work, but I'm from Singapore.
Okay, nice.
Hi, I'm Nalakshi. I'm in year 2 and I study maths, stats and business.
Oh, heavy.
Taj, year 3, and I study law.
Also equally as heavy. How expensive do you guys find it going to university in London?
Quite expensive because I live out. So not only do I have to pay for a com, but I have to pay for food as well.
Yeah, it's not easy. Prepare your bank accounts because it does get heavy. In my third year, I'm starting to feel it a little bit, but I'd say as long as you manage your finances, that you've got too good to go and things like that.
Bro, it's pricey, bro. That's why I had to work before I come back. I think you really have to try to budget it, and even eating out is expensive.
Right. Obviously tuition, I'm a home student, so that's given. But accommodation is expensive. The thing that caught me out the most though was food.
That catches everyone.
I wasn't surprised at it being that expensive. Food, groceries, all of that. Halls was cheapish, but
okay. When you say cheapish, what do you mean?
What, in terms of per week?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 200.
That's cheapish, 200 a week.
Yeah.
800 a month on average. Okay, it's not terrible.
No, like the US was more than that, and that was 30 minutes out of Detroit. So
how much was that?
That was $1,000 a month in not a nice place.
Okay, fair. So in the gutters.
Yeah, no, literally, yeah.
How much would you guys say you spend on rent per month currently?
I mean, I do it every term, and every time it's almost 2.5k.
A term?
Yeah.
So terms what, 3 months?
Yeah.
That's not bad actually.
Yeah,
that's not terrible.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, and then my one. So because I live in a flat, it's 200 to 300 a week, including bills.
Including bills? That's not crazy either actually. I've heard much worse. Okay.
It's above 1,000. Yeah.
Wait, about how much?
Above 1,000 per month.
4,000?
1,000.
1,000. Okay.
Above
I was about to say above 1,000.
Yeah, because I'm living by myself. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. That must be very nice in London.
Yeah.
And how much do you reckon you spend per month outside of your rent?
Maybe 400-500.
That's not bad actually.
Yeah.
You budget quite well, to be fair.
Yeah,
I think £400 is alright.
I want to say 600, 700.
Rich millionaire. So you just say you're good at budgeting?
No, so I try to walk to school.
Try.
I try. Sometimes you're late. It's 9 a.m. and you're like, yeah.
Outside of your rent, how much do you spend in a month roughly when it comes to food, going out, activities, etc.?
I would say
And don't lie because your parents might see this. Tell the truth.
Okay, to be honest, I think per week it gets to around 100, so
100 per week. That's not bad at all actually.
I mean, yeah.
So you guys are budgeting well.
Trying to, yeah.
I'd say about the same, yeah. I'd say about £100 a week.
100. And how much of that do you reckon is food?
80% food.
Yeah, a lot, I'll be honest.
I'm always buying food, snacks as well.
Oh, wow, okay. And when it comes to extracurricular stuff, going out, socializing, what kind of activities do you guys tend to do?
We both do dance, but that's part of LSE, so it's cheaper than doing it outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a dance tour as well, so that was a little bit because of the flights and accommodation. But yeah, other than that, what do we do?
We actually
study.
I mean,
Pretty
we go on
much.
walks, but that's not expensive.
That's a very economical existence. I'll be very honest. Okay. What was your offer to get in here at master's level?
To apply, I think it's a high 2-1.
And what did you get?
I got a first.
So the offer was AAA, and I got A star AA.
Oh, you smashed it.
Yeah, yeah.
You smashed it. Okay.
Mine was triple A.
Triple A. And what did you study?
I did maths, further maths, and econ.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Fair. Makes sense.
So I did the IB diploma, so mine was 38 with 766 at high level.
Okay. And what did you guys end up getting?
I got 1 A star and 2 A's.
Smashed it.
44.
Oh shit! Smashed it as well. Okay, okay. You guys are very intelligent people. And how difficult do you find the course?
I think difficulty is different from intensity. It's intense, but it's interesting. So it keeps you thinking, which is what you want, because why else would you come and do a master's? So it's intense, but difficulty-wise, I don't think it's difficult per se. Getting good grades is just a matter of how motivated you are, I think.
I mean, I do like mostly maths, so I find it quite hard.
I'll be honest, it's not easy. It's a lot of reading.
Law gets like that.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, yeah, it's a lot of reading. But I think if you do organise it and stay on top of it, it's not the worst thing ever. As long as you like have an opinion on things as well, and you use your voice in class, I think it's not the worst, but it's not great.
Ooh. Depends what sort of modules it is, but I think the basic management ones, a lot of essays, more like qualitative and that, so honestly it's not too bad.
Did you think it was harder or easier than you thought it was going to be?
I think it's easier. I remember GCSE to A-level maths, that was a huge step up.
Yeah, that's true.
And well, this is a step up, it's uni, so I was expecting it.
Yeah.
And
Do you think the step up from GCSE to A level is bigger or less than the step up from A level to degree level?
I think GCSE is more, to be honest.
You think that?
Yeah.
GCSEs are crazy.
It
Easy,
caught me out, yeah. So,
Okay, nice. So it's been easier than you expected.
yeah, obviously it's still been hard, but yeah.
Not
I mean,
super
I'm not
challenging.
even doing that great, but yeah.
Was it harder than you thought it was going to be?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd say a little bit, yeah. I'd say it's hard.
Because we've heard from like engineers and maths type people, and they've said that they found it either that what they expected or it wasn't as hard as they expected. With a key part being they found that the jump from GCSE to A level was bigger than the jump from A level to degree level. How did you feel about that jump from GCSE to A level and then A level to degree level?
I feel like GCSE to A level was a lot easier for me because I feel like I knew what to do back then, and uni is a lot different in terms of like content and like how they teach stuff here. So I think that's why I found it a lot harder.
I'd say doing IB, the difference between GCSE and the diploma was a lot more difficult, and so I think that prepared me a bit more going to degree level. I'd say for me, I'd say they're about the same difference.
So what are you expected to finish with?
Hopefully a 2-1, but I kind of need to lock in a bit.
Okay, this leads me nicely to my next question. How much time do you spend per week outside of your lectures working?
Ooh. Recently, because it's getting towards exams,
Right.
I'd say like maybe 3-4 hours a day, apart from weekends, obviously.
What do you mean? Obviously, you're supposed to work weekends as well.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, not that. So,
Okay, Monday through Friday.
yeah, Monday through Friday.
Extra 3 hours?
Yeah, or four now.
Are you buffing up numbers now because someone might see this?
Yeah.
Or is that?
If my academic mentors don't see this, honestly, good question. I think it depends. Like surrounding an assessment period is very different.
Right.
On the average day, if I don't have anything.
On the off season.
On the off season, I want to say 2 hours per day, 1-2 hours per day.
Okay, and come finals time.
Come finals time, we're not sleeping, my friend.
Oh, it's like that.
I would say like maybe 4 hours of sleep.
4 hours of sleep every night, and then you're just up.
No, but the thing is that also like it's intense, like, you know.
Okay, fair
Also,
enough.
I'm not the best. Maybe it's just I'm not the best student in that sense. I feel like I'm quite dichotomized. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna study 5 hours every day. For me, it's like, okay, like, it's crunch period. It's crunch period. You got
So crunch period is sacrifice everything else.
Well, what is everything else? Like, mental health, never mind, man. Like, I gotta get my... I'm kidding. Mental health is very important.
How many hours outside of your lectures and contact hours do you guys actually spend working per week?
Per day, I know I do like 4 hours. So I think, because I don't really work on weekends, I'd say like, how much is that? 28 hours a week, maybe?
Okay, that's not bad.
I'd say depending on the workload, I'd probably 25 to 30 hours a week.
Extra.
Yeah.
Has that been from first year all the way through, or just now that you're in third year and in second year?
I didn't do as much in first year because it wasn't as important. Like, it's only 10% of my entire grade. So, yeah.
I'd say first year, yeah, a little bit less, yeah, because it didn't count for law.
So obviously you two are in 2 different years now. Do you think that the step up from year 2 to year 3 has been insane, or it's just kind of the intensity's more but the work is kind of the same level of difficulty?
I'd say it's actually a bit easier because you know what you're doing, kind of, and I think it also depends on what degree you do, because with law, it's pretty much the same as what you do in second year, and so you already know what you're going into. So I'd say it's actually a bit easier.
Okay. And what about you from the jump from first year to second year?
I would say it's easier now because I do know what to do and how like everything works.
So what would you say is the best thing about LSE?
Honestly, the people.
I think the people I meet here.
The people are cool, but the location is amazing. It's like as central as you can get.
I'd say the community and the culture, there's a lot of different societies and you meet a lot of different people. I think whereas a social science university, obviously you've got a smaller range of degrees than other universities that do engineering, for example. So it might be harder to find like a diverse group of people, but I think definitely through the societies. So for example, dance, which we do a lot, we've met a whole host of different people, and especially with LSE, because there's such a large proportion of master's students, you do meet a lot of interesting people, especially international bodies, massive, and so we know people from all over the world as well, which is quite cool.
I feel like the professors and the lecturers and the teaching assistants, they're really like at the top of the game. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, they are basically the experts in the field. So, like, to hear from them, and then of course not to just take it in, but also process it and try to form your own perspective. And you can really just like debate with them, even if you disagree with what they published. I think it's very valuable.
Also the clubs, societies.
So what societies and clubs are you part of?
Yeah, I was in climbing society, trading.
Trading?
Yeah, trading, yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty cool.
Do you make any money?
No. But we got to build a like trading bot, which is quite cool.
Okay.
Yeah, fintech, entrepreneur, really cool. Saw some big speakers there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
No, that's solid. To be fair, that's a lot of extracurricular activities. I'll take that. So what's the one thing that you would change about LSE if you could?
I wish it was less theory-based. Everything we learn is very theory, very academic. I wish it was a bit more real world.
You want a more practical experience?
Yeah, because I feel like you can walk out of here, you've learned a lot, but like, can you put it into practice?
So do they not offer years in industry?
I could be wrong, but I don't think they do.
Ah, okay.
At least it wasn't advertised to me.
Okay, fair enough.
They
But
do.
that's a good one.
Yeah, they do help out a bit with like internships and whatnot, but not quite the same as a full year.
Okay. What would you say is one thing that you would change or improve about LSE?
It's a good question. I don't know. I feel like I wish I had more time to just ruminate upon things, but things are very intense. But then also like I signed up for a 1-year course, so I can't really complain. Yeah.
So there's nothing that you found so far that you would really change?
Maybe if I had better time management, that'd be great.
If they had better time management or you had better time
I had better time management.
No, but that's an improvement for you. That's not an improvement for LSE.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I have to come back to you. I'll write to you or something, drop you an email, but
I'll be waiting for it.
Get your money, man. Life goes on.
I mean, I do wish like everyone here wasn't so career focused because it's a lot of pressure. And I feel like I just have to be on top of things as well, which is just like, it gets a bit much sometimes. So I wish they were more laid back in that sense.
Yeah, the work-life balance, which I think when you think of LSE, that can often be something that comes to mind. I think, especially because we're given so much to do, it can often be very difficult to try and prioritise socials and stuff like that. And so it really, I think year 3 is when I really start to have a balance towards the end of my degree. And so it really does take time as well.
Do you think there's anything that you would change when it comes to just the way that the universities run?
Honestly, I think it's pretty solid in terms of the way it's run. Yeah, you got, library. It's a few cafes, a few pubs. It's, it's decent. Yeah.
That's a shining review. I'll be so real with you. That's a very shining review. If you didn't come to LSE or you didn't get into LSE, where would you have liked to have gone to? Or was LSE your first choice?
Yeah, it was my first choice, but I was looking at St Andrews as well.
Scotland?
Yeah, because it's really nice and my dad likes the area as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So one of my best friends goes to Durham, and I think it's actually a really, really nice change, and I go up sometimes to see them because I think with Durham it's a college system as well, and I think it's quite cool how they do that. And I think it's a lot more social that way. For example, you do like bar crawls between the different colleges, and so maybe Durham.
Did you, because obviously you went to King's and then you came to LSE, so you stayed pretty much on the same road.
Yeah.
Did you consider going to any of the other universities in the UK after undergraduate?
Well, yeah, Oxford didn't want me, so.
Okay. Was LSE your first choice for your masters, or was Oxford the other choice?
Yeah, Oxford was the other choice. But honestly, I feel like a part of me couldn't really let go of staying in London just because of how vibrant it is. I don't think a small town would work for me. I come from a city, it's very bustling, so like, yeah.
So London was the only choice for real?
Honestly, yeah. Let's go London.
Was LSE your first choice university?
Yeah, it was.
And if you didn't get into LSE, which other university do you think you would have gone to?
I had Warwick as my insurance.
That's a good insurance to have.
Yeah.
That's a very respectable university.
It wasn't bad.
So did you never think to go to Oxford, Cambridge? Was that never in your sights?
No, didn't want to.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like LSE it's got the whole of London. Oxford and Cambridge. A few of my mates went there, but I didn't really get on with them, so they aren't really mates anymore. So I didn't really get on with the whole.
So you don't think you'd get along with the people at Oxford and Cambridge?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
That makes sense. So another question actually, which isn't actually on my list. Did you go to private school or state school?
I did go private, yeah.
Okay, and do you think that had an impact on you getting into LSE successfully?
I think, honestly, in terms of the support we had, yeah, it did help. I think, yeah.
Okay. Do you think that going to a state school puts you at a disadvantage when it comes to going to Russell Group universities or top universities in the UK?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd like to hope not.
But the truth?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure because I only went private, but I think it does put you, unfortunately, at a slight disadvantage.
Would you be putting your kids in private school?
If I can afford it, yeah.
So where did you actually apply to other than LSE?
So I applied to Queen Mary, Southampton, Imperial and King's.
So my first choice was actually UCL, and then it was LSE, and then King's College, Warwick and Leeds I also applied to.
What would you say is a common misconception about LSE and their student body?
I think all the misconceptions are true, to be honest, about.
So what do you think? Well, it's not misconceptions then.
Yeah.
So what do you think people have said about LSE students that you believe is true?
Everyone's a finance bro. The social life is not ideal.
Okay. But you just said there was loads of clubs and social.
Yeah, okay, that's a misconception. There is a social life.
Okay.
That's a misconception.
So that one is wrong.
That is so wrong. Yeah.
Okay. But everyone is finance bros.
Yeah, they actually are. Yeah, or consulting or something like that.
I think the common stereotype, one of it, it's just like, oh, it's all finance bros coming out of it.
We heard that already today.
Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is it true?
No, I'm doing politics, and I have no intention of doing finance or heading down the hedge fund route with my Patagonia jacket. None of that.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
What would you rate LSE out of 10? From 1.
Okay, I think I'd give it a 7 overall.
A 7 overall. Okay. Justification?
Once again, the community is really nice, but just like the whole peer pressure thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's just too much sometimes. Okay, what about you?
I think I want to say 7 as well, for the same reasons. It can be a lot sometimes. The people are amazing and the international body. But yeah, I'd say 7, maybe a bit higher, maybe 7.5.
What scale is this?
From 1 to 10?
No, what category?
As in just overall, how do you rate LSE as a university from 1 to 10?
9 is good, but
What would make it a 10 then?
I mean, there's always room for improvement. You can't just stay at the top and be like, okay, we're so great.
You just have really high standards.
No, I'm trying to make room for improvement. Growth mindset, my friend.
10.
10?
Yeah, 10. Yeah.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge. You heard it here first from Will.